Right, who can we talk to about the cats? You probably don't know about cats, do you? God bless you, Magdalene. I have been hoping to speak with you. Do you perhaps have a moment? Of course, Mother. How can I help? I had heard that you had taken up the rural in the Rathouse after your father's terrible attack. Yes, I am excited to paint the town's history. Yeah. Your enthusiasm and insistence is most troubling to some of the people in town. I know the council was hesitant at first, but they all agreed I could do it. Some people? You wouldn't happen to be including yourself in that group, would you? You wouldn't happen to be including yourself in that group, would you? Very astute, Magdalene. Yes, I am concerned for you, as are others. I understand how you must have struggled with your mother's passing while you were so young. Without a maternal figure to guide you, it is no wonder your spirit has wandered and wavered from its nature. I'm not sure what you mean, Abbess. What? My spirit's fine, thanks. What? The pursuit of Schutz's trades is not for women, but men. As Paul writes, God calls woman to work at home, not in trades. While supporting your father is laudable, taking on his work is imprudent. There are plenty of young men in Tassing worthy of you, or perhaps you have a different calling. I'd like to offer you a place here among the sisters. You can shove it up. Oh wait, we're in a religious place. I understand you may disagree with my choices, but I'm not going to stop painting the mural. They told me to run the shop, and I love printing. What's wrong with working as a printer? Wait, who's saying I'm troubling? And how did you hear that anyway? Aren't you all stuck up here? Yeah. Magdalene, your insistence to paint the mural has been the talk of the town. Even the sisters hear something of what affects Tassing. But if you must know, Father Thomas suggested that joining the convent may be good for you. I agree with him. I appreciate your concern, Mother, but I assure you, you have nothing to worry about. Father Thomas, I may have to talk with him about this. You both need to stop. Gossip isn't very Christian, Mother Francesca. Might have to talk to him about this. I pray he can offer the guidance you are looking for, Magdalene. God bless you. Oh, the things I want to say to you. God bless you, Magdalene. Cheers, Marguerite. It's really kind of you. This place is a bust. Aside from a fluffy kitten, there's nothing here that's of interest anymore. Even your guest house is falling apart, so we can't get into the guest house. I know it's overgrown, but that didn't stop you last time, did it? I don't know what I'm doing now. I don't seem to be getting anywhere. I want to go and paint the mural, but it won't let me. Father Thomas. Say, Father Thomas. God bless you, Magdalene. Might I have a word with you, Father? I've got a bone to pick with you, Father. Given all your sermons against it, Father, I didn't expect you to be the town gossip. Yeah, let's go straight in. I don't take your meaning, Magdalene. Oh, I think you do. I don't take kindly to your gossip with Mother Francesca about me. I've heard you're still disappointed of my taking over the Rathaus mural. Ah, I see you spoke with Mother Francesca. I never meant for my discussion with the abbess to be taken as gossip, Magdalene. However, I am worried about your attitude toward your work. You displayed quite the insistence when you took up the project. An insistence that neither Mother Francesca or I agree is healthy. Respected Father, I don't believe this is any of your concern. So you, Mother Francesca, tried to convince me to join the poor class. Just a minute. You're only saying this because I'm a woman. You wouldn't tell Orts or Kraft this shit. I can't swear at a church. We're not in modern times. I can't do that. It's none of your concern. Magdalene, you are severely lacking the wisdom to understand your situation. Your father is in no condition to guide you, and you've gone motherless for most of your life. Mother Francesca and I merely doing what we think is right. You need some sort of guidance. We agree that you might be more open to the idea if Mother Francesca presented it. I hear your concern, Father, but this isn't your place. If I need your help, trust me to ask for it. I'm not some orphan who needs to be taken care of by the church, Father. I can look after myself. You're a gossip and a meddler, Father. Stop trying to influence my decisions and leave me to my mural. Yes. I apologize, Magdalene. I did not mean to overstep my bounds. The Lord called me to act, so I did. Thank you, Father. God bless you, Magdalene. Right. We're going to have a mob after us very soon. Can I please go and paint this damned mural? It's paint the mural, or it's go home and sleep. But I can't paint the mural. I guess it's go home. Because every other avenue has been closed to me. Oh, actually. You won't have anything interesting to say, will you? You never do. It's just, there's nothing. You won't talk to me about the damn cats. Hello, Magdalene. Just screw it. Go to bed. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm going to bed. Well, you might not be tired right now, but what else is there to do? Oh, hold on. We need to go to the mill, apparently. I didn't realise that the map was that involved. We've not been using the map through this entire time. And the map all along has been telling us where we need to go. Paul? The house? Anna? Ulrich? Magdalene? Hello, Ulrich. Hello. What are you doing? Watching. Creepy. Very well. Keep up the good work. Work. Just like Mum. I will work now. You have an odd child. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, Anna. How are you? Oh, keep her busy. It's always plenty to do around this house. How's the mural coming? Paul mentioned your progress was quite impressive. Oh, I'll have to thank him. That's high praise from a councilman. May steady progress. I think I'll be finished before the new year. I didn't realise the council cared so much, especially since I wasn't their first choice. I'll have to thank him. Truth be told, he enjoys following your progress. I'll have to bring Andreas and Ulrich by some time to see your progress. How many times are we going to say progress in this? We won't get in your way, of course. I'm sure they'd love to learn about the process. You're all more than welcome. But watch your step, there's plaster everywhere. I've just mixed a new batch to keep the wall moist. It's hard to maintain the right texture when it's so cold out. Oh, I can imagine. I had a similar problem when I helped my mother back in the bakery. Rolling dough in winter is such trouble. We had to throw out so many batches that wouldn't rise. Your discipline is admirable, Magdalene. You know, I was a real rascal back in the day. Skipped on work with my parents more times than I can count. But you're so hardworking now, Anna. I wouldn't have thought you were making trouble. So it wasn't Big Jog who was the troublemaker. Oh, is she married to Big Jog? I don't know anymore. Is she... Anna? Which one was Anna? I know of Anna, but I don't know which one she was. Oh no, Jog has always been more hardworking than me. I was a thief and a scoundrel. It started with cakes from my mother's table. Anna. Still hot from the oven. Soon it was silverware, mugs, trinkets. Oh, the confession! She was just a kid, wasn't she? Yeah. Of course, stealing is against the Lord's commandments. So my father would make me return everything if I hadn't eaten it already, and march me to church to pray. Father Thomas grew accustomed to seeing me more often than Sunday mornings. What changed? I guess you got tired of having to say Ave Marias. What changed? I grew out of the habit over time. I think I started to see why my parents had such devotion to the Lord. Stealing was my way of acting out. But when the trouble started in town, I realised my thieving wasn't doing any good. I decided I'd rather honour my father and mother, as God commands. It gives me grace, with Andreas and Ulrich on the hard days, and with the rest of the town too. I think Ulrich will be proud. I think everyone can learn from your example, Anna. As more charitable than some people in Tassing deserve. I think Ulrich will be proud. Thank you, Magdalene. That means more than you know. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty of mural work to do. See you later, Anna. God bless you, Magdalene. Oh, it was Elsie. Yes, of course. Magdalene, dear, what brings you up the hill? I wanted to ask you some questions about your family for the mural. Dad was telling me your family's been testing for years. Dad suggested I talk to you about your family for the mural. And he said your sister used to tell him about your family history. Okay. Your family name was Caviezel, wasn't it? Oh. Not a soul in town has asked me about my family in years. I was beginning to think my neighbours had forgotten us. I'm not surprised your father remembers the Caviezels. He was sweet on my sister before he met your mother. I am the last of us now. Caviezel doesn't sound like a local name. What happened to your family? Caviezel doesn't sound like a local name. Why would it have been? I'm a Bavarian. It's my name, so it's a Bavarian name. No one else in town has a name like that. And shouldn't you be Caviezelin? Oh, I've always been called Caviezel, as were my sisters and mother, and her mother before her. My grandfather told me the Caviezels have lived in the area for hundreds of years, perhaps even 1,000. Though it seems impossible to imagine a time so long ago. The Caviezels were pagan, were they Roman? Better way of putting it. No, the Caviezels were part of the old people, the original Bavarian people. They tried to resettle Tassing after the Romans left. Built their new home right on the spot where they were been living when the Romans arrived. Interesting. That doesn't seem unlikely to you? Oh, who can say? Why does a story need to be true? However true it may or may not be doesn't matter. It matters that I believe it, and it connects me to my ancestors. When I think of the ancient Caviezels driven from their land, only to find it again and become Christians, they felt nearer to me. Do you understand? I think so. So when my dad tells me the stories about courting my mum, I don't know, it's a strange way of thinking to me. Connection to ancestors and stuff I get. I don't remember her face, but when he tells me about her smile, I can almost recall it. Yes, it doesn't matter whether you really remember. When I sing my sister's favourite songs to Ulrich, I may not know all the words anymore, but that's alright. Just as I may not know exactly how the Caviezels resettled Tassing. What matters is that I feel close to her and them, even though they are so far from me now. That is what stories are for, Magda. Now go on, you've got a mural to complete. Thank you, Elise. You've given me so much to consider. Until later! Elise, I should really go for that, but... God bless you, Magdalene dear. Now we go back to work. Right, nowhere in the book did it say, next step, go speak with Elise. But it's mural time. I want to see what she's done so far. Is she going to get attacked? That's my question. I have a horrible feeling she's going to get attacked. Magdalene. Dr. Stoltz. So, you're doing quick work with the mural, eh? I hope that doesn't make you sloppy. I'm trying to finish it in time for Dad, you understand. It's taken longer than I wanted. I have to get on with the chosen too. Still think that I shouldn't be painting the mural, Dr. Stoltz? Well, I've rigged the scaffold sheet so there's enough air can flow through. That way the layers dry quickly. Yeah. Ah, yes. How very clever of you. In any case, the council wants to hear what you're doing. I've been researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left. Learning how people settled in the ruins, how the abbey was founded, why our saints are so important to us. There's a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject. And... You don't know? Have you checked a bottle of wine? I'll paint St. Moritz, St. Satia, and Our Lady of the Labyrinth receiving the Christian settlers. I want it to show history how it happened. I'll paint Lady Kersau founding the abbey from the old Brigfried, I think it was. I'll paint the Bavarians settling after the Roman ruins, starting a Christian history of Tassing. The Three Saints? I want to show history how it happened. Founding the abbey. The abbey was a big part. Let's go with the abbey. That might rub some people in the town the wrong way. The saints are a core part of Tassing's history after all. People want to cling to all manner of stories in order to give their lives some meaning. Remember, the mural isn't for your benefit, but it's to make Tassing look good. Nod. Good. After this section, there's still so much work to do. I haven't even figured how I'm going to portray the revolt. Ah! Yes. Yeah, I imagine it poses difficulties that other murals do not. It's a strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people here. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. They've just locked it away. Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you. I'll leave you to it then. Oh, Dr. Stoltz. You're a drunkard piece of shit. Oh, okay. Have you ever seen someone working around the abbey? Or heard about it? I haven't been up to the abbey in years, and no, I haven't heard anything like that. Why? I've seen someone following me a few times. No, don't know anything about it. No, if there's nothing else. Asshole. Asshole. He is. No, I only have the final part of the mural to finish. How should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about how the Archdeacon was the only one seeking justice in those days. What was his name? The only name I can remember is the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when the Baron was killed. Jacob Estler. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an Archdeacon. I'll write to him and ask. And of course I need to write back to Esther too. I'll write to him tonight before bed. This third act fundamentally changes how the game works. There isn't that, talking around the dinner table. There isn't that. There's still that sense of community, but it's very much focused on what's gone before. Alright, where to begin? I'll write to the Archdeacon, Jacob Estler, and see if he can tell me about the revolt. Alright, to Esther 2, we've just had this conversation. Jacob Esther, formerly Archdeacon of Freising. My name is Madeline Druckian. I am an artist in the town of Tassing in Upper Bavaria. I believe you passed through our community when you investigated Baron Rothfugel's murder at Kersau Abbey in 1518. Do you remember anything about that caused the people in Tassing might not remember? In particular, do you remember anything about someone writing notes to provoke the killer? Do you see any evidence that might suggest there was some sort of large conspiracy at work? Have any reason to doubt the conclusion of the case? Oh, that's a good question to ask. In particular, do you remember the notes? More have appeared in Tassing in subsequent years, seemingly harbingers of death. Thank you for your help. For any help you can give, Magdalene Druckian. I really want to know what's going on with these notes. Dearest Esther, I hope you are well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you and Sigismund. Sigismund? Simon? And Alicia too, of course, and your parents. It warms my heart to know that your family is doing so well. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter will have enfolded Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I've reorganised the workshop so that the inks don't deteriorate. Do you have to worry about that in Prague? You said it snows, but I always imagined it was warmer in winter. Dad's condition is so much worse and he's in so much pain. Dr. Stoltz has been, well, he's a useless asshole. God knows why he's a bitter old man. Only God knows why he's a bitter old man, but he's neglected Dad almost entirely. Some days he doesn't show up, and even if he does, he just snaps instructions at me and rushes off. I just wish I understood why. I worry about Dad. I've asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much we can do alone. He's not going to make it, and there's nothing I can do. Christ, I'm scared, Esther. The mural is progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone is following me. I keep seeing a figure around town. After I explored the mines to see Tassing's early history, and then again in the Abbey ruins. No one else in Tassing has seen anything, but some of the nuns say they've seen ghosts. If it's the person who attacked my dad, why are they following me? Whoever it is, I'm not sure. Whoever it is, I'm sure it's not anyone from Tassing, but what do they want with me? I think it's the person who attacked Dad. It's the strangest thing. Given me a fright quite a few times already. But I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'm safe. The only good news I can share at the moment is that the mural is almost finished. I should have completed it by Christmas, or soon after, before the new year at least. Then perhaps, at long last, I shall be able to visit you and meet this Simond. Anyway, I fear this will be my last letter of the year. The Reichspost has already been late and reporting worsening snow throughout the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm. Give my regards to your family and Simond. Simond. Yours always, Magda. I'm missing... I mean, obviously I'm missing loads of stuff. I mean, I suppose the thing is, with this being my first play, everything that's happened in here has been surprising, confusing, messy, but it's genuinely how I play through games. How did this get there? Oh god, no. Stop. We need to find out who this is. It's just like the note Dad found. Who's doing this? Are they trying to scare me? Who's doing this? I have a feeling I'm going to find out sooner or later. I need to ask Dad about this. Can't be a coincidence. But he's so weak, I don't want to upset him. I just need to wait for the right time. I hope there is a right time. It's late, I should get some rest soon. Sleep. So, you get the letter, and a couple of days later you get attacked.